What's going on, Ride Warriors? Danny Miller here with a very special video from Holiwood Nights 2017. I had the very rare opportunity to walk to the top of the lift hill of the Voyage, one of the best wooden roller coasters in the world, on Saturday morning prior to Holiday World and Splashin Safari opening up to the public. Now, first off, I have to thank my buddy Chris. I went to school with Chris up at RIT for a few years. He's a very good member. The RIT theme park enthusiasts have got to know him very, very well. He was the real winner of the auction item, the Holiday World Voyage Lift Hill Walk experiential auction item, and he was kind enough to invite me as his guest to hike up to the top of the Voyage lift hill and watch the sun come up on Saturday morning. So thank you, Chris, for allowing me to get this very special opportunity. I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you just what it's like to walk to the top of the Voyage. Good morning, COASTER-net fans. As you can see, here in my hotel in Tell City, Indiana, about a half an hour away from Santa Claus. It's Saturday morning, day 2 of Holiwood Nights 2017, and a good friend of mine from RIT, Chris Brucker, was one of the 2 winners of the Voyage Lift Walk experiential item last night during night 1. So he actually invited me to be his guest. So we are on our way to the park. Gonna leave in just a few minutes, and we're actually gonna walk the lift hill of the Voyage this morning. So I'll have some pictures, have some video, and hopefully give you guys something really cool to look at, something a whole lot of people don't normally get to see. So let's head on out to the park. Now, everyone knows you need to get to the park early to avoid those long lines, but we had to be at Holiday World 2 full hours before their 10 o'clock a.m. opening in order to meet the operations and maintenance staff that would escort us up the lift hill of the Voyage. And as you can see, that made us the very first car in the parking lot. So it was definitely interesting to be at the park so early and to hear it so quiet at a place that is normally so loud and buzzing. Alright guys, we're here at Holiday World. It's 8 o'clock a.m. It's about 2 hours until the park opens, coming through the tunnel here from Legend Lot. And as we approach the park gate, you can actually hear the Jurassic Park music still playing from last night. The theme to this year's event is Jurassic Park. So they've been playing the score from Jurassic Park throughout the night, and they still got it going here tonight. So we are walking up to the gate now. We're going to check in and go head up the Voyage lift hill. Now, if you've ever seen videos or photos of someone walking up a wooden coaster lift hill before, you'll notice that they wear white gloves. These are actually to protect from splinters. The white gloves that we had to wear were heavily padded in the palms and the fingertips. This is to protect your hands from the unsanded wood that make up the lift hill railings. It is very easy to get splinters when touching the wood with your bare hands. We also learned that Voyage is actually the easiest of the 3 Holiday World wood coasters to walk. Raven and Legend simply have pegs and wooden boards on their lift hills, much like Voyage does on the left side. But the right side of Voyage has physical stairs built into the lift hill. Now, this isn't forever. Actually, in the coming off season between 2017 and 2018, Raven and Legend will actually have their lift hills redone to have evacuation stairs. So maybe we can look forward to Raven and Legend lift hill walks in the future. 2 of the most common questions asked about the Voyage on tours such as these has to do with the trains. The first question is about the Timberliners and why they were never implemented. The second question is why the Voyage switched from a 7-car train to a 6-car train. It turns out that the answers to these 2 questions are actually related. When the Timberliner trains were purchased, the park began selling off parts of the original Philadelphia Toboggan Company trains. In fact, you can still ride the original Voyage trains at Darien Lake on the Predator. What happened, though, is when Timberliner testing did not go as planned, they were not implemented for the following season, and the park only had 1 full train to run on the Voyage. In order to keep capacity up, they borrowed the 2nd train from the Raven to run on the Voyage for 1 season, but the Raven trains only had 6 cars, so they removed the 7th car from the original Voyage train in order to match capacity. The park then continued to test the Timberliner trains during the off-season and purchased a full PTC train for the Voyage for the following season so that Raven could return to a 2-train operation. However, the decreased weight of the Timberliner trains resulted in a poor ride quality compared to the current ride experience. In fact, there was so much decreased speed and decreased airtime that the park determined the ride experience was not what they wanted, so they scrapped the Timberliner trains in 2013 and resumed full-time operation of the PTC trains, which currently run. During the time Voyage was running with a Raven train, the park did time studies based on dispatch times and ride capacity, and found that quicker dispatch times resulted in a better capacity with only 6 cars compared to 7 cars. In 2014, Holiday World made the decision to permanently remove the 7th car from the Voyage and to run a 6-car train full-time. This results in better capacity, better dispatch times, and as an added benefit, reduced forces on the turns, which results in lighter track wear and a smoother ride. Every morning, the track of all 3 wood coasters at Holiday World is walked by maintenance engineers. Raven and Legend typically take about an hour and a half to complete, while a track walk of the Voyage takes up to 3 hours by 3 separate maintenance engineers. They walk the track looking for loose screws, nuts, bolts, and nails that might need to be replaced or repaired. In the case of the morning that we got to walk up the Voyage, they actually found a track issue that needed to be repaired before the ride opened. Our lift escorts, Adam and Matt, were able to provide some insight on the operation of not only the Voyage, but all of Holiday World and Splashin Safari.
Thanksgiving is one area, so
okay.
they run Voyage, Turkey World, Mayflower, and Gobbler Getaway.
All right.
And it's all on a rotation every 2 hours, so that way we get to a new ride.
Gotcha.
So yeah, unlike most parks who keep their coaster crews there at the coaster for the entire day, we try and get some movement. That way everybody gets a chance to get the Voyage.
And that way they also don't get burned out.
Right.
At the end of our tour, we returned to the station where we learned more about the operations side of the Voyage, such as capacity counts, daily checklists, information about the ride's blocking system, and even a walkthrough of the ride control panel. We hope you enjoyed this very special behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to walk the lift hill of the Voyage at Holiday World. I want to thank Chris Brucker once again for inviting me to be his guest during this very special experience, and we'd like to thank Matt and Adam for being our guides up the lift hill. And as always, we'd like to thank the entire staff at Holiday World and Splashin Safari for making a very special opportunity like this possible and for their incredible hospitality during the entire Holiwood Nights 2017 event. For more from Holiwood Nights 2017, including more behind-the-scenes coverage, check out all our other Holiwood Nights 2017 videos on the COASTER.net YouTube channel. Until next time, ride on, Ride Warriors.